welcome back to my channel. So I'm going to where I used to pick what is called walnut in English. Here we are calling it walnuts. I'm not a shy type, though it depends. Let me just play the catch you guys later then. Let's go. We are in the season of walnuts, which is known as walnuts here. This great nut has a very big benefit to our body system, which I'll tell you guys later. So it started since September falling, but because I don't have enough time to go where I can pick it in a quantity, and that's the reason I didn't show it all this while. I normally go every year. This side you are seeing me going right now to pick these walnuts, as many as I want it. At the same time, my step count is counting. I'm that type of the woman that loves adventure. Where I discovered in my area, my husband didn't know those places. Is when he sees my video, he'll be like, how do you discover here? I discovered this place 5 years ago. I even recorded it, as in I shoot a video on one of my channels. That was when I was doing vlog in that channel. So that was when I discovered this place, and since then I have been going this place all the time. Like, I just want to feel nature, just to be there, only hear the birds singing and the breeze coming from the trees. That's me. I love nature a lot, and that's when I discovered this place, and since then I've been going this side. So one of those years, someone introduced me to what is called walnuts. I don't know what it was then. She said you'll like it and told me the benefit of it. Then after that, I now find out that through this adventure I used to go, finding a road I don't know, I found out that it was here, plenty of it. The trees are so much in this area. I was like, wow, what's in nature? Wow. And from there, I noticed that a lot of people always come that side to pick it, regardless of how the weather is. During this time we are, they don't mind. They will come and pick, as long as they know that they're going to find walnuts, and that is it. Sweetie, you know that going for an adventure helps you to discover fruits that is in your area, not to talk of roads, you know, and small forest that is in your area. Me, I'm not the type that's kind of to fear what is going to come for me. No, I don't have that mind, because I know that one with God is majority. That is me. Even when I was in Nigeria, I walk a lot. I'm workaholic. I know you watching me, or some of the people that are watching me will be like, oh, because of these fruits, you just drove all the way from your home down to this place. Of course, I have to. Why? Because I love to eat uninjected fruits. Despite that, yeah, we have to buy some in the market because we cannot find it here as you are watching me right now. If I have the opportunity to get some of them, just like you're watching me now, I will also do so. Like here, we have lots of what we call pears, but that pears is not avocado, the other one that is green in color. And apple trees is also here. In fact, here they have lots of fruits. You can just come around and pick on yourself, because this is, we call it forests, sites. Here we call it vowed. So because I have the time today, I decided to go and pick it. Funny enough to know how much 1 kilo of this walnut is at the shop will wow you. Don't forget that these ones are the treated ones. At least this one will give me 100% of all the health benefits my body needs. Where are my manners? Sorry guys, if you're new on this channel, I welcome you to Genoski Be Fit and healthy. You have seen why I call it be fit and healthy. We eat healthy. We also exercise our body to always be fit. In every circumstances, you need to be fit. Don't forget before leaving to give this video a thumbs up, share for people to know the benefits of those fruits. Or you can also drop one benefit you know about this fruit on the comment section. As I'm still on the business of walnut picking and my step counts, let me use this opportunity to finish that Rita story I told you guys to remember for me on my last video I posted, which someone did, and I'm glad that she did. Thank you so much, sweetie. So let's dive into it. So Rita said to me, my pregnancy is like a festival in my home. Every morning, my husband, Emeka, would wake up before her, warm water for her bath, and prepare a light breakfast, pap and akara, sometimes bread and tea. Aww. He would say, my queen deserves nothing but rest and love. This is good. I smiled. I said, what? But she was not smiling. And she said, okay, but she would just smile a little shyly, touching her stomach as if already caressing her unborn child. Them boys adored her. The once white, reserved woman had now become a symbol of hope. She said to me, sister, do you know that people also came to me to ask for my advice? What did you do? Which prayer did you pray? Sister Rita, please tell us. She would smile and say, when it is your time, it is your time. But deep inside, she was careful. She didn't want to provoke fate. The first few months passed smoothly until around her 6th month, Rita said, I began to feel constant headache and dizziness. Sometimes her feet swallowed so badly she could hardly wear her slippers. She went to the hospital. The doctor warned her, your blood pressure is high. You must rest. No stress at all. She nodded. She promised to rest. But resting wasn't easy when the world kept demanding so much from you. Sister, I thought it's going to be easy for me due to the way they are all praising me then. My mother-in-law moved in to take care of me. But instead of doing that, the woman filled the house with tension. She would say loudly, all these new generation women, they don't know how to stay humble. 7 years no child, and now small pregnancy. You are walking around like Queen of England. Me, Rita, I tried to ignore, but it hurts. To worsen it, Emeka's construction job began to slow down. The company he worked for lost a big contract and money became tight. Rent, hospital bills, antenatal visit, everything began to pile up. Me, Rita, I tried to help as I can. I sold some of my old clothes and jewelry secretly to support my husband. But when Emeka found out, he became angry. You shouldn't be stressing yourself, he said. I will handle everything. But she could see the worry in his eyes. One night I woke up, I found him sitting alone in the living room, head in his hands. I said, my husband. I whispered to him, talk to me. He sighed. I'm just thinking how we will manage when the baby comes. Me, Rita, I sat beside him, resting my head on his shoulder. I said to him, God that give us this child will not abandon us. He smiled faintly and kissed me on my forehead and said, you always know how to calm me down. And for a while, that peace returned until one evening, my husband's mother started another quarrel. Rita, you should stop going to your church, she said harshly. They gave you medicine from pastor that caused all these problems. Mama, please stop. I pleaded. I said, it is not the church. Doctor said it's just my pressure. Pressure or not, I know these fake pastors. They pretend to pray, but they destroy people's womb. Emeka tried to calm his mother, but the argument grew louder. Neighbors began to hear. That night, sister, that night, after everyone went to bed, myself, I silently cried into my pillow. I said to myself, I loved my husband deeply, but I'm tired. Tired of trying to prove myself, tired of being blamed, tired of fighting battles that I didn't start. I could not sleep throughout the night. I know already that it's not well with me, so I decided to come today to meet my doctor. After she finished telling me her story up to that point, I didn't know what to say. I just held her hand and told her, you will be fine. You and your baby will be fine. She smiled and said, Amen. Then she stood up to go for her appointment. That was the last time I saw her looking calm. 2 weeks later, I was at the market when I heard someone calling my name. It was Nurse Ifeoma, one of the nurses I encountered, and she's so friendly. Through that, my friend visitation in the hospital. Ah, sister, she said breathlessly. Do you remember that pregnant woman you were talking to the other day? The teacher. My heart skipped. I said, Rita. She nodded slowly. It's not good news though. My body went cold. I said, what happened? She said, complications. She said she collapsed at home last night. They rushed her in. The doctors tried everything. She's still in critical condition. My sister, honestly, I couldn't speak. My throat went dry. I didn't know when I shouted, Jesus Christ. And I asked, and the baby? She said, the baby is alive for now. I said, for now? Those words echoed in my mind all day. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept praying for her, hoping it wasn't as bad as it sounded. The next morning, I went straight to the hospital. When I got there, I saw a man standing and then sitting down and then going out, walking around outside the emergency ward. I guess it could be the husband, Emeka. Her hands shaking, eyes swollen from crying. I sat beside him quietly. He didn't even notice me at first. Then he looked up and whispered, she hasn't woke up since midnight. Jesus! I murmured. She kept saying she wanted to see me, he said. She was calling my name, saying, Emeka, don't let me die. Tears streamed down his face. I held her hand. I begged her to hold on, but her breathing became weak. I wanted to say something comforting, but words failed me. After what felt like an eternity, the doctor came out. His expression said it all. Emeka stood up slowly. Doctor, how is my wife? The doctor hesitated. We did all we could. Those words broke him. He fell to his knees, screaming her name. The nurses had to hold him back as he wept uncontrollably. Rita was gone. The woman who had waited 7 years for her miracle had taken her last breath, clutching her swollen belly. I stood up. I stood there, frozen. It didn't feel real. I lost words. Just a few days ago, she had smiled at me and said amen. Now she was gone. The baby, a little girl, was born through emergency surgery. For a moment, she cried softly and we all thought maybe, just maybe, she could survive. But 3 hours later, her heartbeat dropped. Stopped. I will never forget that sound. That small cry that faded into silence. The hospital was filled with grief that day. Nurses cried. Even the doctor walked away quietly, wiping his eyes. Please guys, I don't think I can continue with this story. I'm already emotional. Please, if you want me to continue on this story, let me know on the comment section. I'll go ahead and tell you what happened next. Sweetie, the benefit of this nut is versatile. Let me start from it helps in weight regulation. It also reduces your cholesterol level, offers cancer protection, makes your brain to be healthy, reduces blood pressure, delivers healthy fats, and lots more. What do you think? Did I do well for going for organic walnuts or not? What about Rita's story? What do you think? What do you learn? Tell me on the comment section. Thank you for watching. Bye.